If you've had that moment where you realized it was never about you, this is the part no one really explains. What do you actually do with that? Because understanding the pattern is one thing, but knowing how to move differently inside of it, that's something else. Step 1, stop trying to present new evidence. You don't need a better explanation because it's not going to work anyway. You could give a star argument, and guess what? It's not going to make any difference, unfortunately. You don't need to say it more clearly or calmer or in a way they'll finally understand, because they are committed to misunderstanding you. That is the point. You're not lacking clarity. You're dealing with someone who's not open to it because they don't want to hear it. They've already made up their mind no matter what you say or what you do. Step 2, name the pattern privately. You don't even have to say this out loud, but you do need to say it to yourself. This is a pattern, not a misunderstanding. This is how you stop arguing with something that was never changing to begin with. Step 3, shift from explaining to observing. Instead of trying to be understood, start noticing what actually happens and log it. Example, every time I bring this up, it gets redirected. Every time I explain, it gets minimized. Why is that? Because they've already made up their mind. Observation brings clarity without pulling you back into the endless cycle loop that you've been in over and over and over again. Step 4, set a simple boundary. No over-explaining. This doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be clear. Script. I'm not going to keep having the same conversation over and over if nothing changes. No long explanation, no defending, just a shift on your part. Step 5, watch what they do next. You were in a courtroom where the verdict was decided before you even walked in. Step 4, realization. And this is the moment that hits people the hardest. If it was never about you, then there was nothing you could have done to fix it. Because you weren't at fault, but they're trying to make you feel like you're at fault. And if you're a person that takes on responsibilities that aren't yours, this is clearly a time that you do not need to take responsibility for something you had nothing to do with. Section 5, the shift. And oddly enough, that's where the clarity comes in. You stop over-explaining, you stop trying to earn understanding, and you stop rewriting yourself. Because you realize now, you were never the variable. You were never the problem. Why your brain didn't see it sooner. And this part matters. You didn't miss it. You weren't naive. You were pacing yourself through something you weren't ready to fully see yet. And oftentimes your brain protects you when it knows that you're not ready to see what you're not ready to see, both your brain and your heart. You had the evidence. You just didn't have enough of it yet to convince yourself. So in closing, if you're in that space right now where something feels off, but you can't fully explain it just yet, you're not behind. You're in the middle of understanding. If this gave you language for something you've been feeling, that's what this space is for. Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress, is a psychology channel that deep dives and gives you words for things that you might not necessarily have the words for. That's what we do. It's a compassionate place, a place where everyone is welcome, no judgment required, no need to tell your whole story if you don't want to, but if you want to share, feel free. That's what this space is for. If you've had this realization, what was the moment it clicked for you? Feel free to leave that in the comments if you like. Thank you for tuning in to Recovering Perfectionist Mama, Grace in Progress. As always, I'm Buffy, and I want to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for tuning in. I hope this gave you a realization, the part 2 version. And I hope you'll come back and see me again soon, and feel free if there's topics you're interested in, feel free to drop those as well. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.